Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video, so I am welcoming everyone. Today I'm going to be sharing with you one of the major important topics I've always found interesting and I've always been told to speak on. So today I'm going to be sharing with you how to gain a balance between work and school. Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Victor Akionde, a techpreneur and a growth strategist. I am also a scholar who is intentional and passionate about helping young minds achieve their dreams. Please subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and share my videos. It promises to be impactful and inspiring. Thank you. A lot of students are entrepreneurs. They want to go to school. They want to be scholars, and at the same time, they want to have their business on the other side. So definitely there must be a way to juggle both the school and the academics. There must be a way to gain a balance between the two. Most influential ideas across the world, and let me just say some of the big companies across the world now are basically developed right from a dorm room of a particular university. That implies that most universities are rooms for innovations and inventions. A lot of students have actually want to start something, but in the long run, they ended up giving up on either the academics or perhaps they give up on the entrepreneurship. So today I'm going to be explaining to you how you can gain a balance between the two. So these are principles I've tried severally and they have worked for me. Number one is time management. You need to master how to manage your time properly. You need to set priorities for yourself, create a better to-do list, a good to-do list that you must follow. And at the same time, try to know what to do at a particular time. If you have an appointment that is very important, the best thing you can just do is just to add it to your calendar so that you won't forget. There are some important things that you might want to do, and perhaps they might just come maybe as early as possible. Maybe you just want to do something in the next 5 days and you realize that now add it to your calendar so that you won't forget. So, and as I've said earlier, set priorities for it. So maybe for each day, you should know that, okay, fine, this is number one, this is number two, number three, number four, number five. So all of these things will help you to manage your time properly. And at the same time, try to be proactive with it, regardless of whatever comes up, regardless of the situation, be proactive with it. Don't be reactive. So even when you know that there are some other challenges that you're facing at that point, try as much as you can to look for a better way or to look for a way to ensure that you carry all your daily activities out and not giving up on them just for another thing. 2, do not procrastinate. Procrastination, as they say, is a thief of time. So then definitely you shouldn't procrastinate. So if there are things you should do now, do them now. I always tell people, if what you want to do now does not cost you more than 5 minutes, there's no need of adding it to your calendar. Just use that 5 minutes of your time to do it. Because if you're adding that to your calendar or you're adding that to your to-do list, it messes your to-do list up and eventually it messes your whole schedule for the day up. So don't procrastinate. If it won't take you more than 5 minutes to do it, just do it now. Even if it is amidst what you need to do for the day. The moment you remember that, wow, I need to do this, why just not doing it at that particular time so that it will really, really help you. And while you're doing that, don't let that affect your main to do. So when you are in the middle of an important thing and something comes to your mind, instead of trying to deviate, or let me just say, instead of trying to divert that attention into another thing for that, maybe for that particular 5 minutes work or for that particular 5 minutes task. So don't do that. You can just pencil it down. So, and after the moment you're done with what you're doing, then you can just quickly devote that 5 minutes to it and do it. So this is the principle. If it won't cost you more than 5 minutes, do it now. But if it is in the middle of an important thing, you can still try to push it a bit, at least push it a bit till you finish what you're doing at that point in time. And by the time you finish, just use that 5 minutes to do it. So don't try to add it to your schedule and be like, wow, I think this will be the 10th thing on my list. And by the time you even get to the 7th thing, you realize that maybe you are exhausted or something. So try not to procrastinate. And if it won't take you more than 5 minutes, try as much as you can to do it now. And if it meets you in the middle of something, try to pencil it down. And once you're done with that thing exactly, try to devote your 5 minutes time to it and do it. Number 3, you need to build a support team. You are not an island of knowledge. You don't know everything. Whether for your business or for your academics, you need to build a support team. You need to have a team that supports you. If you are a reader, if you know that, okay, fine, you are a night reader, so then how about getting night readers like yourself and trying to read together? One of the things I do when I was in school was that I get friends, colleagues that we can read together. So because personally I'm a night reader and I know that, okay, fine, reading at home might not be effective for me. So I get colleagues of mine and we go to school together. We try to take night class together, and in the long run it was so helpful, because there are even some parts that personally I might not pay attention to. It might just be one of my colleague or one of my friends or one of my reading partners that will just say it, and just hearing that, it has stuck to my brain, and by the time I get inside the exam hall, I just try to scribble it down. So even in the area of assignments, in the area of other things as regards academics, try as much as you can to have a good team that can always help, because there might be some times that you may be busy with your business or you're busy with your work, because to be serious, managing school and work or managing school and business is a tough thing to do. So if you have a support team that can actually be of help to you, it will really help you to go far, because by the time you are covering one thing, your team will be covering another part of the whole task. And even if it is for your business, you can always try as much as you can to get somebody, or let me just say, get a team who can actually help with your business. Maybe you are creating designs, perhaps you're a graphic designer, or maybe you are an entrepreneur and you need a graphic designer, you need somebody who can, manage your website, you need this. So how about getting maybe students of yours? Because at that point in time, you may not afford enough money to hire people who are bigger, or let me just say, to hire bigger men in the industry, or people who are really skillful or proficient in whatever they do. How about getting students who you know that they are still good to a large extent or to a reasonable extent, and get them to do the tasks for you? If it is about remuneration, you can always pay them some remunerations in as much you're making gain from whatever you're doing. Even if you're not making gain from them, there can always be a way to convince them. In as much you are sharing the same vision and the same goal together, they would always be of help to you. So please try as much as you can to build a great support team for yourself, because when you are not there, your team will be up for you. Or let me say, when you are down, your team will be up for you. And when you are not available to do it at that time, your team will cover up for you. So try as much as you can to have a good team. And while having a good team, endeavor to select people that are really sharing the same vision, or that are ready to carry the same vision that you are carrying. Don't select people that would, bring your ends down, or people that would drag the whole development process, or maybe drag the whole progress process. The fourth one, have a good time of studying. So you need to plan your time very well. I've spoken about time management, but this is very, very essential too. You need to have a very good time for studying. If you know that it is night that works well with you, how about just reading at night? You create all your plans around night for reading, and you do your business in the day. So, and you don't have to create your plans maybe in the middle of the semester or in the middle of the session or something. Immediately your syllabus is out, it is something you can always start. So by the time you realize that, wow, the syllabus is out, the timetable is out, the this is out, the whole calendar for the session is out, start preparing at that point. Don't wait till when the whole thing starts shaking you up before you can start making plans. So right from when you realize that the school has actually resumed and the whole syllabus, the calendar for everything is out, start making your plans right from that moment. Because if you are waiting for the time when you can do all that, or when things are now shook up, things are not shaking you up before you can do that, you would lose concentration. And by the time you are losing concentration on academics, you might as well lose concentration on what you are doing, maybe on your business or on your work. And by the time you are losing concentration on any of this, it might actually affect both in the long run, or perhaps it might lead to you giving up on one of the two. So if you want to juggle both work and school, or juggle both school and business, try as much as you can to make your plans ahead of other things. So once you realize that the syllabus and everything is out, create your plan right from that time, so that things will not shock you up before you start doing your things, or before you start preparing for your academics. And at the same time, once you foresee that there is something you need to do, maybe in your work, maybe at your workplace for those that are working remotely, or maybe in your business, try to make plan for it at that point. So don't wait until when the whole thing comes, or when the whole process comes, or when the real time comes before you start making plans. By the time comes, it might clash with another thing, maybe things in your academics, or maybe a particular task you need to do at school or something. So try as much as you can to make plans ahead, both for your business or for your work, and at the same time for your academic. So the fifth one, set limits for yourself. Yes, you need to give yourself deadlines. So despite the fact that some people don't find this effective, but if you try it and you are so committed to it, it will be more effective to you. So if you want to do anything and you realize that, wow, this is a task I need to do, and you've included it in your to-do list, try as much as you can to set a deadline for it. That, okay, fine, by also time I must be doing this. That might not be effective because you might be on that particular task for that specific or stipulated duration you've given yourself without coming up with a particular result. So some people would say it is better you just, know in mind that you are having a task, or you want to do something, and you worked on it, till you achieve the result. But I will tell you that even setting deadlines for things would always help, because by the time you set a deadline for something, your brain picks it up and your brain begins to work around that stipulated period of time, or around that time you've set for yourself. So try as much as you can. And once you realize that, wow, this thing might extend the deadline, don't rush and use the little rush to spoil what you've done in past times. Try and give yourself maybe another deadline so that you can always use that to cover up. So, but try as much as you can to set deadlines, or to set time frame for yourself. So if you want to use 2 hours and you know that 2 hours will be effective for it, and 2 hours will be enough for you to do it, set 2 hours for it and endeavor you work strictly, and you are committed to it. You work strictly with that 2 hours. And if in the long run that 2 hours is now not enough, maybe due to some things or due to a particular challenge you face while trying to solve that particular task, so that you can now look for a way to extend it, or a way to relax your mind and try to get it done to achieve the desired result of yours. Nevertheless, setting time frame and deadlines for yourself cannot be overemphasized. The sixth one is learn to say no. Say no. Tola, say no. Shade, say no. If you are giving things that are not in support with your purpose, or with your passion, with your vision, with what you have for that particular day, say no to it. If somebody comes to meet you or comes to your hostel and be like, Tola, let's go to this place, Shade, let's go here, Bukola, let's go here, learn to say no. I am not going, I have things to do. Or maybe at a particular workplace, or maybe in the business you're doing or something, if you are getting things that are not in line with what you have in mind, or that are not in line with the vision you've set, or with the goals you've set for yourself, learn to say no to them. Saying yes to everything is brain draining, and it will do nothing to you rather than wasting your time. Learn to say no to things that are not in support of your vision, or that are not supporting what you plan or what you have in mind for yourself, for your academics, or for your business. The seventh one is have some good time to rest. Relax, rest, take care of yourself, eat good food. Because if you're trying to juggle both school and work, it is something very, very daunting and very brain draining. I mean, very stressful, right? I'm not saying this so as to scare you, but it is something very stressful, because this is something I've actually gone through. So if you are not eating, you are just trying to damage your health. And once you are down health-wise, you won't be able to do anything. You won't be able to attend to academics. And at the same time, you'll be able to attend to your business. So learn to take good care of yourself. If you are going to check up on yourself, check up on yourself. Go to the health clinic. Try to know your health status. Try to take good care of yourself. Eat good food. Have some good rest. Don't work around the clock. Don't use every time you have to just work, maybe to work on academics, to work on your school, maybe to work on your books, to work on school, or to work on business. Try as much as you can to have some good time for yourself. Your health first, and every other thing follows. So, because if your health is down, then every other thing around you is down. Please try as much as you can to take good care of yourself. And the last one is try to be disciplined with all of these 7 principles. If you're not disciplined with everything, it won't be easy for you. Just realize that you are picking them and you are not doing them, or you are doing them halfway and you are stopping. So try as much as you can to be disciplined. Discipline is very, very important in everything you do. Commit yourself to it totally. Set your mind at it and tell yourself, Victor, Tola, Shola, Bola, I need to do this. I need to do this. Try to tell your brain, try to tell your body, try to tell everything around you to concentrate on what you are doing part time. Be disciplined. If you are taking good care of yourself, be disciplined with it. If you are building a team, if you are working with a team, be disciplined with it. If you are working with your academics, focus more on that academics at that particular point in time and be more disciplined, be more committed to that. Don't leave that and focus on another thing. If you are resting, if you are relaxing, be disciplined with that because your health is something very important to you, very important to your business and your academics. So try as much as you can to be disciplined in whatsoever you're doing because being disciplined is inevitable, most especially when you are trying to climb the ladder of success or when you are trying to strike a balance or gain a balance between school and academics. So these 8 principles would be of help to you. And if you can try to apply them, it will really, really be of help to your academics, to your health, and to your business. Thank you so much for seeing my video. Anticipate the next one. But prior to that, try as much as you can to subscribe, like, share, and comment on my videos. Thank you so much.